This is my first Workaway, in a small house hidden in the forest, far from everything familiar. And this is where I met Carolita, a woman with two homelands, two histories, and a deep love for the land beneath her feet. Today she's opening a window into her world. This is her story.
I was born in Chile. I came over in 1973 with my parents. So I was 4 years old. I'm 56 years old now. I'm the president of a nature conservation group called Friends of the Forest.
Yes.
And we have a page on Facebook and a group. And we get together and we do forest regeneration, which is basically where we look after a native forest to make sure that it's not being overgrown by invasive plants. And we plant native plants in the place of the invasive plants that we take out, so that the forest can actually provide food and shelter for the native animals that rely on that particular plant. So yeah, it's hard work, but it's worth it because you get to meet other like-minded folk, basically, so of all ages. And yeah, they're also people who also want to look after the earth in some way or other, and so we're all volunteers. There's no one is being paid. It's just
That's beautiful to share your time like that and to come together to help the planet and create community as well.
yeah, it is a community creation and friendship creation situation, but it just happens naturally. Like there's it's just because of getting together, having a common goal. We usually start around 8 o'clock in the morning, and people come from all over the place. Sometimes people drive for hours to come and join us for our forest regeneration mornings. Usually we find that between 8 and 12 is more than enough time to achieve a lot. We can achieve a lot in 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like a transformation of, if you get even like 5 people together, you can totally transform a block of land. Then I usually make lunch a really healthy and nutritious lunch that we all sit down and share together, and then we usually just why are you laughing?
Well, you said very whatever you said about the food, I was like, of course, good food, healthy food.
Yeah.
I'm eating so good, everyone. Carolita's been feeding me very good food.
It's just important. I think nutrition's just crucial to maintain energy and health and well-being, not only physically but also mentally and spiritually as well, and emotionally, because we're biological creatures. So we need to make sure that we're looking after our vehicle properly and providing it with the right fuel that it needs for health and longevity as well. Like we want to stay healthy for as long as possible. And here are some tasty wild caught ingredients for our salad for dinner. So wild grown watercress and native sorrel. Beautiful.
I was camping for a week and I just set the intention one day, like I'm going to do something different. So I ran to the nearest library, which was like, I think an hour and a half drive. Messaged you on Workaway, and then like within 5 minutes we were talking on the phone.
It was so serendipitous, and it was just the perfect timing, absolute perfect timing. I think we just went with intuition. So you went with your intuition and I went with mine, and it's all worked out so beautifully, and we're so grateful here for your help. It's just been incredible.
I literally love this experience. It's actually been one of the best experiences that I've had in all of Australia, because I moved from London to Australia. Maybe for those watching, like, what is Workaway? Like, maybe you can talk about you as a host, who you are, your Workaway.
Having been a Workaway host for about, I would say about 15 years now. Yeah, we've had people from all over the world end up at our property, and from all different countries. It's beautiful because I feel like the world comes to me, and we end up sharing and exchanging our personal experiences, and we've ended up remaining really good friends with the people who have ended up here. Yeah, Workaway is really easy. I think it's an easy website to link in with, and as a host, also easy to navigate. It's a great way of traveling around the world and being of service to other people, but also having food and accommodation provided, and it's basically a mutual exchange.
As soon as I went on Workaway and I read your profile, I was like, this is it. Like, I have to go ahead. It just looks so good, feels so good.
Everyone brings a very unique, energetic flow to the situation, and so it's always a very different experience.
I found this experience exactly when I needed it, and I think for whoever's listening to this video, like, just follow your heart and follow your intuition, because it takes you to the right place where you're supposed to be.
I always say that you don't really need to go to the gym if you're doing gardening. All the tools are basically like one of the dinner techniques. Like when you push a wheelbarrow full of material, you're basically working your butt, your thighs, your legs, and
your triceps holding it,
that
your
as well.
back muscles,
and
so
then
it's a total body workout.
It is, and when you're doing the lopping work, as you saw the other day, it works all the.
You can see your body's defined. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I don't really focus on it for aesthetic reasons. It's mainly like my health, but I just want to make sure that I'm just giving my body the optimum conditions, to stay well. I actually feel good when I'm in the garden. Like, if my body actually seems to just absorb all the good energy from the earth, and then
it's so important actually to have that. Sometimes just even grounding, like bare feet on the ground, getting that energy from the earth, and or if you're feeling stressed, just to like put your hands on a tree and just like discharge that energy down.
That's what it does. It does discharge negative energy. The trees are conductors, so their network is going through the mycelium underground, so it's a very, very strong conductor of the earth frequency. So, but even just sitting on the ground at some point, or bare feet, bare hands on the ground, it doesn't matter how distressed someone might be, it's there's some kind of like absorption happening from the earth. You don't really have to do anything or say anything, as long as you just stay still for a little while. It is that simple, and I've seen it happen not just with myself but with other people as well, where the earth can really take away negative energy out of the body, so I recommend it.
So what does forest regeneration mean to you beyond the physical work?
Beyond the physical work? That's really a good question. So if you haven't looked into the Gaia theory, I think it would be really great to look into that, because it basically explains how we're all interconnected. So all living beings that share life are interconnected by that thread, the connecting thread, which is life itself. And so for me, the forest regeneration is actually a personal regeneration as well. So it's very healing for me to be able to do this sort of work, because it's just significant for me as a person, but also I know that I'm making a difference, and the people that join me in this work, I know that they're making a difference to at least the little patch of land, that we're working on at the time. So, for example, you've seen for yourself since you've been here what a difference working on even this patch of area can make, where originally this was all choked up with Celtis sinensis, which is a Chinese elm, which is a very invasive tree. And by clearing that from this area, we were able to plant in these native trees that you can see here that are doing really well now. And these will flourish and they'll produce food, food and shelter for the native animals that can actually use them as food. Whereas the other tree, they can't really use them for food. So that's one little difference that we can make in the world. That's a positive change that actually links us in with something that's much more deeper and meaningful in the long term for other creatures that we may never get to see or even hear. But yeah, it's something to do for future, where in future it will reap its rewards for the effort that we put in now.
If someone watching wants to live a more meaningful life, what would you tell them?
Oh, that's a good question. I would recommend to find like-minded people. First of all, find your tribe. Find people that resonate with you and you resonate with them, people who are supportive, people who you can form a network and community with. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in each other's space. People can live in separate distances, but that's what I found personally to be supportive and uplifting and energizing and collaborative and exponentially creative. So I would recommend, if you don't have a tribe as yet, to put yourself out there, ask questions, just risk getting out of the comfort zone and moving away, extending outside of your known territory, maybe, if I can say that, in a figurative way as well as in a physical way. So if you're in a town, for example, that doesn't have a lot of like-minded groups or people, then maybe extend a little bit further out from that. And even, I mean, Facebook that's one thing that it can be good for. Social media can help to reach out to other like-minded folk. So just be honest about where you're at, and yeah, I suppose shine your light, because others might be able to see that light, you know, who are also looking for that light and gravitate towards you. So yeah, that would be my number one piece of advice for someone who's looking to grow and expand as a human being.
What I wanted to show you was the roots of this tree, because it's just so beautiful. The way that it's been exposed here through the recent floodings has just created like what I consider a work of art when I come here, because the combination of colors that's been revealed here along with the river stones just makes this area just so artistic. Like, in my way of looking at it, it's just random and chaotic, but it's just so beautiful in terms of the contrast of textures and the subtlety of the colors here. So they're all muted, like earth colors, but the more you look, the more you see like the passage of time, because these rocks are igneous rocks, which means that they're on the very lower level of the earth layers, which means that basically the earth that was originally here got washed away by the floods, the previous floods that came through. So it's exposed the igneous rocks. So what's left is now the roots of the tree having been exposed, and these river rocks finding a place in between the roots here. So it's almost like they've been placed there, but some of them have this like beautiful roundedness to them. They're really smooth, even though they're heavy. It almost feels like you're picking up metal. They're just beautifully smoothed out by all the years and centuries of, actually thousands of years, many thousands of years of being worn down by water. So yeah, when you touch them, they're beautiful and smooth, and they were originally volcanic rock, so very old spot. I just feel the passage of time here, and the standing still of time as well. Because if you look up, this tree is very, very old. So yeah, you can feel it when you touch the tree. You can feel the age of it. So this rock isn't coming out any time because the root is actually grown over the rock there. That's embedded in there. So this was in there long time ago, and the root grew over the rock, and now it's been exposed. But they're bonded forever. It's crazy. So this is a huntsman spider's egg nest. So because it's opened already, oh my god, it's just like, it's very fragile. It's already been opened, so all the spiders have already gone. Yeah, that all the babies would have been in there. So that's an ex huntsman spider's nest.
Wow. So many of them. How many would be inside one of those?
Hundreds. Sometimes if you're lucky enough to see them coming out, it's actually beautiful to watch. It's like they're all getting born all at the same time, and they're tiny. They're absolutely tiny. They're actually koala markings.
Oh my god.
So yeah, if you come around here, I think there's more here. These two here.
Wow.
That's koala markings, and the rest, all these other little ones, they're possums. So yeah, this is called a leopard tree. It's got other markings here as well. These little spirally sort of looking markings, that's made by a slug with a red triangle on its head. So this was made a while ago. So these things that look like artwork here, that's made by a slug.
That's incredible. And the koala has 3 fingers, right? So it just uses 2 to get up.
Yeah, so the two sharp claws are the ones that make
Oh.
that marking, yeah. What happens here is it's an epiphytic plant, which means that it just doesn't have any roots. It just attaches itself to the side of the tree, and then the falling leaves create its food. So if you have a look in here, you'll see all the leaves fall into that little basket that it naturally forms, and then that provides it with the nutrients that it needs.
Wow.
But what's happened here is a bird has dropped a fig tree seed in here, which is growing this fig tree here now, which is it's also like a plant that grows and takes over other trees. So eventually it'll take over this tree,
Wow.
which is not a native tree. So these are native, and this is a native rainforest tree, but this one here, it's called a racehorse tree, and it's not actually a native, but in time this native fig will
Wow.
take over this tree. Yeah. So that's just natural regeneration. This is the macadamia tree, that's the native one. So it falls down off the tree and it develops this hard outer covering which houses the nut.
the macadamia nut, which also has an extremely hard shell that you need a special contraption to crush, and then the nut comes out whole, and it's that delicious macadamia nut that's known all around the world now. But this is the original tree that they come from, so it's called Macadamia integrifolia, and it's actually rare to find them in the wild now because most of them have been cultivated. But because we've got the creek here, and the tree is a very old tree, so as you can see, it's many meters up. This is a pawpaw tree that grew just from some seeds that I threw out into the garden. But we had 3 pawpaws that I didn't get to harvest because the possums got them before I did, but they were nice juicy pawpaws recently. So it just goes to show you just need a little bit of soil, throw some seeds out, and sometimes you don't even have to worry about it, it'll just grow. This one here is a native tree that feeds quite a lot of species. It's called a sandpaper stick, and it's really rough. So the leaf, you can sort of hear, it's like sandpaper, and this is what some of the indigenous folk used to use to sand down their wood carvings to make it nice and smooth.
Wow.
But as you can see, it's being eaten, so there's other animals that also like it as a food source. And it's host to a little butterfly called a moonbeam butterfly. So it's not happening at the moment, but they lay their eggs underneath here. And this is a host plant for a particular butterfly that's also native. The termites are building their nest up, and they usually do this when a lot of rain is going to come. So they seal off their nest, which is here. You can see all their activity here at the moment. So this is mud at the moment, but you can see them there. They're working really hard to build this up. That's their termites, but they belong here in the garden. They've got a massive nest underneath, and it goes underground. So they feed on all the rotting wood and leaves, mainly rotting softwood. I just don't want them to come near the house, so stay there, little guys. This one over here is a very ancient tree. These are all like spiny prickles. It's one of the Araucaria species, Araucaria cunninghamii. So there's trees dated back to 165 million years ago, when the dinosaurs were on the planet. So it's remained unchanged genetically from that time. And you can see from the bark, it's really designed for being in really harsh environment. The bark is very thick and very protective. That crow, he's been the backdrop to all our activities.
No sound effects needed.
No, the crow, the baby crow that just hatched recently, is asking for food the whole time. Do you want to talk about your spider phobia?
Let's talk about this spider phobia.
Okay. Okay, I think you've progressed a lot though since you've been here, because this place is full of spiders, as you've seen. There's a giant huntsman in here somewhere, and you're not running away, which is a massive progression to when you came.
I can't see it, so maybe that's why I'm
it's in there somewhere. I saw it just before when we moved a bit. Yeah, he's probably about this big, but he's probably sleeping in there. And I told you, and you're still sitting here, which is not
progress.
Yay! Success, because you've been screaming a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I think also I'm really inspired by how you live and how you look after nature, and one day I would love to have this for myself, like to have my own fruits, my own trees, and it has to start with getting over my spider phobia, because they are part of the system, like the natural ecosystem, and they're very important.
They are.
But my skin's still like, I still get very shaky when I see them. But it's a fear. Like
it'll go away. Hopefully.
I think it's a natural fear. I think
Yeah.
it's a natural fear. Like spiders and snakes. Some here in Australia, some of them are very poisonous and can cause a lot of harm. So it's a natural fear. But I've gotten to know them, which ones, I've gotten to know which ones, where they are anyway, where the harmless ones are.
Okay.
Yeah, and the ones in the toilet are fine.
Almost every time I'm like, Carolita, help!
Come save me from the spider, and it's only like this big.
Honestly,
It's tiny.
I think if I was in the UK, like before I knew I was actually coming to Australia 100%, if someone told me the experiences I would have had here, I'd be like, this is no way.
I'm not
It's
going.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's been so good, honestly. I feel like, yeah. I don't know how far I'm gonna get with this. I don't know if I'll ever hold a spider. I don't know.
Well, you did the other day.
Can't say this is fake, guys. Look, I'm holding it.
You're so brave! Yay!
Oh my god, it's not that big compared to what I've seen, but it's still a handsome spider.
Except it was in a in a jar.
Yeah, it was.
It was through glass, but you did it.
Yeah, that's true.
You could say you held the spider.
Yeah, it's not clickbait, guys. Yeah, well, thank you, Carolita.